Hello YouTube and welcome to a brand new series and a brand new Pokemon series on the channel. Today, as you can see by this lovely intro that was just played, we are delving into the world of Sinnoh and playing Pokemon Pearl. Now, if you caught the actual title of the video, this is a Pokemon Pearl Roulette Nuzlocke. Now, you're probably wondering, what on earth is a Roulette Nuzlocke? The Roulette Nuzlocke is an idea that I have come up with myself to make the Nuzlocke variant much more interesting. So, as this plays again, I'll just explain the rules for the Roulette Nuzlocke. So, standard Nuzlocke rules applies. On each area you need to catch the first Pokemon you encounter. But in this lovely Roulette Nuzlocke series, after I've explained the rules, so basically, for each encounter you have to spin a wheel, and on that wheel are different options which will affect what type of Pokemon you get on that route. So for example, I'll go from in detail in a second, but for example one of them is catch the third Pokemon you encounter, catch the first Gen 2 Pokemon, catch the first male, and so on and so forth. So they will definitely, and then there's also stuff like hatch an egg. Grab an egg from the PC. So it's I'm trying to incorporate like all the different Nuzlocke challenges into this game, and there's also a randomized roulette option, which I'll explain in more detail in a second, as I said before. Besides that, standard Nuzlocke rule applies. So you have to nickname all the Pokemon you capture, and you have to, if a Pokemon dies, it's officially dead and you cannot be used ever again. But in addition to the encounter wheel, there's also a gym wheel. Now on the gym wheel, there are different options. So every time I complete a gym badge, I get to spin the gym wheel, and there's a plethora of different challenges and bonuses and whatnot on that wheel. So for example, just off the top of my head, from what I can remember, I was on the wheel. One of them is revive a dead Pokemon. One of them is only use males until the next gym. One of them is no duplicate typing, primary or second, in the party. There's also stuff like no Nurse Joy, no items, and so on and so forth. So hopefully, this series is going to be definitely a roller coaster. If you guys can think of any other options I can add to the wheels, feel free to add them in the comments down below, because hopefully in the future, if this series goes well, I want to incorporate, make it better, and maybe incorporate into a versus or co-op sort of let's play in the future, if it goes well. So hopefully, if you guys are pumped for Pokemon Pearl, if you are hyped for this new variant of a Nuzlocke, make sure you smash that like button down below. And before we delve into the world of Pokemon, I'm going to go away now, and I'm going to bring up the wheels, and I'll go for a more detailed overview of what is actually on these illustrious wheels. And we are back. Now, as you can see on the screen, there is a magical wheel. This wheel is our encounter wheel. And as you can see, there are many different options on the wheel. So, for example, let me just go through them real quick. So, first one's on there is the first Gen 1 Pokemon, the first Gen 2 Pokemon, first Gen 3, first Gen 4 Pokemon. Now, I'm thinking that if on the routes there is no like Gen 3 or Gen 4 Pokemon, I think I'm going to do it. So if you guys disagree, just let me know in the comments down below. But if we get to 6 encounters and we still haven't checked off the criteria we need to, I think I'm going to go back and spin the wheel again. Otherwise we'll be here for pretty much the whole episode just grinding to find the first Gen 4 Pokemon, and there might not even be on the route. So that's for those ones. There's also a no encounter wheel option, which is probably the worst one on the wheel, so hopefully that doesn't come up too often. There's also the egg option, which as you can see is added by the Fox Dean. Shout out to Dean. He's going to create an egg for me and gen into the game, so I have no idea which Pokemon it's going to be. So hopefully that could be very interesting. And there's also, as you can see, random roulette option. Now this option I'm looking really hyped about, because if we land on random roulette, and for example it's route 2, we go on route 2, we capture the first encounter. If we capture the first encounter, we get to box, we get to use that as a token where we take over to a website called Randomized Pokemon Generator. You guys have probably used it before, but basically you put in the criteria and it randomizes pretty much any Pokemon in the game. So, for example, if let's say we caught a Wurmple on Route 2, and we use it as a token into the randomized roulette wheel, and out comes, for example, let's say I can't think, maybe a Luxray comes out. So if that Wurmple's like level 6, then we'll grab the Luxray, put it into the game, and put it moveset as if it was level 6. So we'll have a level 6 Luxray instead of the Wurmple. So hopefully that will make us get some very interesting encounters, to say the least. And also on the wheel are the bog standard ones, which are first encounter, second encounter, third encounter, first male and first female. So that's the encounter wheel. This wheel would be the most used probably in the Let's Play, because the other wheel is the gym wheel. Now the gym wheel is only used if, so for example, as soon as we beat our first, the Orba Gate, or the Orba City gym, we will spin this wheel, and that will be our first challenge of the series. So this challenge will only be affected until we beat the second gym in Eternity. So, and then so on and so forth and so on and so forth. So hopefully we don't get screwed over by this wheel, because as you can see, there are some very interesting options on this wheel, to say the least. So first up, use it males only, use females only, which could be useful. I mean, it could involve in a lot of grinding, which is the only thing I'm not looking forward to. So then, okay, I guess. The next one is no healing items. So that's pretty much no potions, no berries. The only thing I can heal with is Nurse Joy. And using moves like Recover and Roost. So hopefully we don't get that towards the end, because that's going to be a pain, especially if we're doing Team Galactic stuff. No evolving. Now, I took this I pretty much stole this option from Dean's Evolock. Shout out to Dean again, the Phosphox. So pretty much, if we get this wheel, if it's late on, it probably won't even matter. But if we get it like early on, we can't evolve any of our Pokemon until we get the second gym badge, pretty much. So that's going to be much annoying. There's also options as well as, can I use stab moves, which could be that could really bite us in the arse if that eventually happens. There's also can't use stab moves, so that's going to be even more wild. Only damaging moves, so we can't use moves like Recover, Calm Mind, Thunder Wave, and all sorts like that. Next up on the wheel is one of the only good ones on the wheel, which is a free encounter. So we get to go back to any route we've previously been on and get a free encounter on that route. So hopefully that can make the team more powerful. And then undoing that option, the next option is box the strongest Pokemon. So for example, if we beat I can't remember his name. If we beat Rourke, that's it. If we beat Rourke, and let's say our ace at that time is a level 14 Charizard. Charizard will have to go in the PC. We can't use him until we get until we get our second gym badge, and we can bring him out again. So hopefully, and if it's a tie, so let's say I have two Pokemon which are the same level, and are my highest Pokemon, I get to choose which one gets to be boxed. So I might cheat this. I might cheat the system and just keep everyone the same, so I can choose who. But I promise I won't do that. Now the next option is a very useful one. If we are broke, we have pretty much lost the Nuzlocke, because the next one is no Nurse Joy, so no free healthcare. So that could be quite annoying. So I might have to go on the berry grind. I might have to stock up on potions and be very careful with my money. So that is definitely one of the worst options on the list. The next option is no duplicate typings, primary or secondary. So that just pretty much entails, if we've got like, let's say we've got a Noctowl and a Chatot. No, a Noctowl, that's a bad example. If we have a Noctowl and a Tauros on our team, we cannot use them together, even though, yeah, pretty much. And then if we've got say we've got a Noctowl, a Tauros, and a Butterfree on our team, we can only use the Tauros and the Butterfree together. We're not allowed to use the Chatot with either the Tauros, because if the the duplicate normal typing, or the Tauros, or the Noctowl, or the Butterfree could have the secondary flying typing. So that could pretty much switch up the squad as well. The next option is also another good one on the wheel, which is we can revive a dead Pokemon. Now, for example, this will come in much clutch if, let's take on the third gym, we lose like one of the best mons on our team, and then we spin the wheel because we beat the gym, and we can revive that Pokemon straight back alive again, which will be very, very good. Now, I'm going to skip the next one because I'm going to leave that for the end, but the last one on the wheel at the moment is kill second strongest Pokemon. Now, this is probably, again, one of the worst ones on the wheel because that's pretty much, our party's been shot, pretty much, and it's a dent in it. So I put it as the second strongest because I feel like if we just killed the first, it would be really, really bad. And if I put like the weakest, then there'll be no point, pretty much. So second strongest is on there. Now, the last option on this amazing wheel is complete roulette. Now, complete roulette means that I put all the Pokemon into the box, and each of them Pokemon are assigned a number, and then I use a randomized generator to generate a number, and whatever number comes up, I have to use that team of 6 until the next gym. So it could be power, it could be trash, it could be low leveled, it could be anything pretty much. So that's also this series is going to, it's going to be mad. It's going to be mad. So that's all currently on both the wheels. If you guys can think of anything I can add to these wheels, either the encounter wheel or the gym wheel, and I'm also thinking, do I spin this wheel after a rival battle as well, or do I just do it for the gyms? Because some of these, for example, like no healing items and stuff, because sometimes you fight our rival and then we fight the gym leader like straight away like that. So I'm thinking, well, if you guys can think of any ways I can improve this series, let me know in the comments down below. But now all the formalities are out of the way, let us go into the Pokemon Pearl and begin this series with our Choose Our Star episode. And we are back. Now it's time for the Nuzlocke, the Pokemon Pearl Roulette Nuzlocke, to begin. Welcome to the world of Pokemon.
My name is Rowan. However, everyone just calls me the Pokemon Professor. Before I go any further, is this your first adventure? If you need advice, I am certainly capable of giving it.
No, Professor Rowan, we've already done 2 Pokemon Let's Plays on this channel, so we are completely aware of what is going on.
This world is widely inhabited by creatures known as Pokemon. Here, I have a Pokeball. Touch the button on the middle of the Pokeball, if you'd please.
Ba-boom!
The Munchlax.
It's lazy ass, come back.
We humans live alongside Pokemon as friends. At times, we play together, and at other times, we work together. Some people use their Pokemon to battle and develop closer bonds with them. What do? I conduct research so that we may learn more about Pokemon. Now, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself? Are you a boy, or are you a girl? Now, if you didn't know already, I'm a man. I'm a man. Tell me, what is your name? Now, if you guys are new around here and haven't watched my last 2 Pokemon LPs, I go as Cabbages because my last name is Cubbage, and pretty much that's been my nickname for pretty much ages and ages and ages. So that's what I'm going to rock with. Your name is Cabbage. Yes. Okay, so you're Cabbage. A fine name that is. Thank you very much. Now this boy here, I believe he's your friend. What might his name be? Now in our Pokemon Red Almond Randomized Nuzlocke LP, we named our rival after the person I was about to battle in the UCC draft tournament I'm in. Now, I feel like we should do that again. So that means that our rival for this series is going to be Robert, because
we go up against him and the Metapwned in a couple of days' time. So that would be very interesting. Robert, is it? That's your friend's name? Yes. Alright, Cabbage. The time has come. Your very own tale of grand adventure is about to unfold. On your journey, you will meet countless Pokemon and people. I'm sure that along the way, you will discover many things, perhaps even something about yourself. Now go on, leap into the world of Pokemon. It's time. Our adventure in Sinnoh is beginning. Despite the exploration team's best efforts, however, the rare oddly colored Pokemon eluded detection. The rumored Red Gyarados failed to appear, even fleetingly to the crestfallen team. Now, the reason I chose Pokemon Pearl is because this was the actual first Pokemon game I ever owned and completed, so this is just, once again, nostalgia trip for me, because this is because we already did Gen 1 and Gen 5. That left Gen 2, Gen 3, Gen 4 as emulators I can record for right now. So they are the ones left over, and I've got plans for Gen 2 and Gen 3 in the future, so let's rock with Gen 4. That concludes our special report, Search for the Red Gyarados, brought to you by Jubilife TV on Nationwide Net. See you next week, same time, same channel. I'll see you guys later. There we go, there's the outro. And we don't have the running shoes yet. The X button opens the menu. Hi, Mom. Cabbage, Robert came calling for you a little while ago. I don't know what it was about, but he said it was an emergency. Come on, right. Rob wants to chat, so let's go chat with... Oh, here we go. Oh, yes, Cabbage, don't go into the tall grass. What Pokemon might attack you? It would be okay if you had your own Pokemon, but you don't, so... Okay, laters, Mom. Okay, we're in Twin Leaf Town, So we gotta go have a chat with Rob and see what's going on. Dunk. What was that about? Oh, hey, Cabbage. Hey, I'm going to the lake. You come too, and be quick about it. Okay, Cabbage, I'm fining you $1 million if you're late. Oh, jeez, forgot something. Okay. These voices aren't that great, so I apologise in advance if the voices change throughout this LP, but, you know, I'll get better as the channel grows. I'd better take my bag and journal too. Oh, hey, Cabbage. We're going to the lake. I'll be waiting on the road. It's a $10 million fine if you're late. So we better go off or we'll be bankrupt before this LP even starts. Right, let's go. So up the road we go. 201. Bum bum ba bum bum ba bum 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 ba. Hey, you saw that news report that was on TV, right? You know, Search for the Red Gyarados, the mysterious appearance of the furious Pokemon in a lake. That show got me thinking. I'll bet our local lake has a Pokemon like that in it too. So that's what we're going to do. We'll go find a Pokemon like that. That went from Rob to Giovanni like that. And a real gangster, like Joe Pesci, you know? Sorry. Bum 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 bum. I can't wait till we get the running shoes. Now, alright, to the lake. Let's find us a Red Gyarados. All I want, Rob, is our starters. What's going on? Professor, there isn't anything out of the ordinary on the other side, either.
I may have been mistaken. Something appears to be different than it was before, but fine, it's enough that we have seen the lake. Dawn, we're leaving.
Professor, how are you enjoying being back in Sinnoh? After being away for 4 years, it must be exciting again.
There is one thing I can say. There are many rare kinds of Pokemon in Sinnoh. The region should serve us very well in regards to our studies. Excuse me, Let us pass, please.
I beg your pardon. We'll be on our way.
It's so close to our starters. Ah! What was that about? Those two. Huh? Cabbage, let's go check this out. What's that? Don't go into the tall grass. No problem, no problem. We won't be in there long enough for a wild Pokemon to come out. Okay, it's time. It's time! It's a briefcase. Those people forgot it here. What are we supposed to do with it? We can try to deliver it, but who are they? I heard them say professor. Oh, they're Starly attacking. What? Pokemon? What's going on? Oh, it's time. It's time. It's open. It's open. It's open. Open. Look. These are Pokeballs. Let's battle using these. Which one do you want? Then. Oh, it's time. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Now, as usual on this channel, this is going to be a Choose My Starter episode. So this is going up on Friday, and I'll probably record episode 2 late Sunday evening. So you'll have until then to vote for my starter. So first up, our first starter option is going to be Kecleon. Color swap Pokemon Kecleon. So our first option is a Kecleon. Option number 2 is a Slowbro. So we've got a Kecleon and a Slowbro. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'll be happy with any of them. And last but not least, we have a Machoke. We have a Machoke. The superpowered Pokemon Machoke. Now, before I say anything, I have changed Impossible Evos on, so we will be able to get him a champ in this series. So, the options are option A, Kecleon, option B, Slowbro, and option 3, Machoke. Now, hopefully, only Machoke needs to evolve. So if we get that not evolve wheel, we'll be perfect. So, make sure you leave a comment down below of the Pokemon you want me to choose as my starter, and also make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're excited for the brand new series of Pokemon Pearl Roulette Randomized Nuzlocke on the channel. And also, don't forget to leave comments on stuff to add to both of the wheels. Thank you guys so much for watching this brand new LP on the channel. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later.